everyone, I'm Victoria's Secret Angel Taylor Hill, and I'm coming to you live from the Facebook offices in Menlo Park, California. I've had such a fun time touring the Facebook and Instagram offices, and even have some exclusive pics on Victoria's Secret Instagram that you should check out. But right now, I want to be the first to tell you that Victoria's Secret has launched the all-new Easy collection from Body by Victoria. It's in stores and online now. And this collection is one of my favorites because it gives you that easy weekend vibe, and it's super soft and comfortable because it does have any hooks or wires, which is really easy. So now that I've given you that awesome news, it's time to answer all of your burning questions. Ask away. So Valeria asks, will you be doing a meetup in San Francisco this week? And yes, I did one yesterday at the Victoria's Secret store when we first launched the Easy Bra collection, which was super fun, and I met a lot of really cool people and had a really good time. And Alyssa says, hi Taylor, what causes are you passionate about? For me, I really love anything that has to do with animals. I love horses. I used to ride horses, and I have a dog who I'm obsessed with. And let's see, Alina asks, what brings you happiness? I think for me, what makes me the most happy is when I'm just at home with my dog or my family and my friends and kind of, hanging out with people who I really care about and love, and we love each other, and that really keeps me grounded and happy. Let's see, Pari says, what is your favorite music to rock out to during a photo shoot? Okay, for those of you who know me, for me it's Beyonce, because you just can't go wrong. Like, it's amazing. Like, all you want to do is just jam out all the time. She doesn't have a bad song. And for me right now, it's Lemonade. That's one of my all-time favorites. That's it's a good one, let's be honest. Okay, next, Tegan says, what is your favorite color? I love you. Oh, I love you too. My favorite color is blue. Hosu, I don't know if I'm saying that right, I'm really sorry. What do you miss most from Colorado? For me, I think it's the fresh mountain air and the snow and going snowboarding, and I have a lot of really awesome memories from growing up with my siblings, just, hitting the slopes and things like that. It's really fun. Valentina says, can you say hi to my little sister Gaia? She loves you so much. Hello, Gaia. I love you too. Mars says, you killed it in The Neon Demon. How does modeling on the runway compare to modeling on film? That's a tricky question. It's very different because the runway is super instantaneous. It's within seconds. You have to be on point. But also at the same time, I kind of find it a little bit easier than doing film work or filming commercials and things like that, because that takes a lot of time. You're there all day and sometimes for multiple days, and you just kind of do the same thing over and over and over again, which is a little repetitive, and you're am I doing this right? I don't know what's going on half the time. Let's see. And Tara says, what advice does Taylor have for young women starting their career? For me, I would say the one thing that I find the most important is to always be yourself and be confident. And advice I always give to people is to stand up straight, because I spent a really long period of my time slouching because I was insecure of my height and I didn't like being tall and all the boys are shorter than me. But I think, as you start out in your career and in life, it's super important to just be yourself and always stand up straight, because it gives you a little boost of confidence. And Olga says, if you were an animal, what would it be? Oh my God, that's a good question. Okay. For me, it would probably be an elephant. I really love elephants. I love that they never forget. I never forget. And they find soulmates, which I actually think is really cool. So, Hayer says, what do you like to do always? For me, I always love to just have off days where I just get to do nothing and hang out and just be with my family and my dog and just, live life, be a little bit normal sometimes. And Paulina says, how do you work out and what are your favorite exercises? That's a good question. For me, my all-time favorite workout was, I used to be a gymnast, so my favorite workout was really intense and it was really hard, and like I would just like get really into it and like lift a lot of weights and like kind of like just go crazy, and then I kind of hurt my back, so I had to stop doing really intense workouts. But I really love now doing like what's called, like, I don't even know what it's really, it's kind of like, if you've ever heard of Model Fit, it's really similar to that, and like a mix of like floor Pilates, where it's like muscle isolation and you concentrate on certain areas of your body, and it's really small, slow, controlled movements, and it's really, really hard. You would be surprised. As somebody who used to be able to back squat like 85 pounds, like, I'm telling you, I like quiver. I'm like, oh my God. Next question. Lena says, do you like traveling, and where do you want to go? I love traveling, and I go places all the time because my job is being a world traveler. But one place I really, really, really want to go that I've never been is Kauai in Hawaii. I feel like it would be so much fun. I always wanted to go on a vacation there and just kind of do nothing. Okay, next question. Emily says, what's your go-to eyeliner? I don't know. I mean, usually when I wear eyeliner, it's because the makeup artist does it on me, if I'm being honest with you. But I mean, a liquid eyeliner, I think, is a really good one. Any kind of liquid eyeliner, I think. I feel like it just works really good. Like, when I'm watching them do it, like, they just get the most accurate line. You know, like the one I'm wearing now. Okay, next one. Farah says, what's your favorite perfume? For me, my favorite perfume is the Victoria's Secret Tease fragrance. I actually didn't know that it smelled as amazing as it did until I shot the campaign for it, and I smelled it and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I put it in my suitcase and like spray the clothes in my suitcase, and when I get to the foreign place, I open my suitcase and I like smell familiar, like home and what I love, so I actually love that. And let's see. Hema says, what is your favorite food to eat? For me, that actually varies because as I'm traveling, my body craves different things. Like last night, I was like, I just want chicken. It was so weird. I was like, I don't know why, but I just really want chicken. And then like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, mac and cheese, or like pasta, or like everybody loves a piece of pizza sometimes. But it really just depends. Like I have a bunch of different like wants in life, I guess. And what are you wearing? Oh, right now I'm wearing a brand called Alistair. Yeah, it's a matching pantsuit actually, and this is the bralette. This is the Victoria's Secret bralette, which we did the launch a few months ago. One of my favorites. And Megan says, what are your fall fashion tips? Ooh, let's see. So for fall, I find it kind of boring sometimes because it's a little bit like repetitive in the fashion sense, where it's like sweater after sweater after sweater, and you feel like you're kind of wearing the same coat every day. And for me, like, the coat is like something that you wear all the time, and if you wear the same one every day, I feel like I'm wearing the same thing every day. So what's really fun for me is to just kind of like, it sounds really weird, but like, you know, switch up your underwear, which I actually really love with Victoria's Secret. The things that they have is you can kind of mix and match bras and underwear, and that's what's really cool about the Body by Victoria collection actually, is it comes in 15 different styles and a bunch of different colors and patterns. So I feel like it's really fun in the fall to kind of have like your own little secret of like, oh, I'm wearing hot pink matching bra and underwear and stuff, and you know, it's really fun. So that's one of my fall tips. Okay, Carmen says, what do you feel before the show? Oh my God, like anxiety, happiness, stress, like I want to cry, like everything in the world, like all the emotions you could possibly think of have gone through my brain. Last year we were all standing in a circle and I was like talking to Adriana Lima, of all people, and I was like, oh my God, like, does it ever get better? You've been doing it for like, that was her 16th show ever. And she was like, it doesn't get better. And I'm like, what? No. And so we like all sit in a circle and like held hands, and we just like screamed. We were like, ah, my God. And that's the Victoria's Secret fashion show. So, yes. And Michael says, what is your biggest inspiration? My biggest inspiration is my family. I love them all very much, and they all inspire me and empower me to do better and stay humble and remember where I came from and things like that. So, and Bethany says, what is your skincare routine? Ooh, that's a good question. For me, my number one most important thing for skincare is moisturizing. I think it's really important because as long as you feel hydrated, you feel fresh, and you feel like you can kind of take on the world. And let's see, Farah says, what do you love about New York City? Everything and anything. New York is kind of like one of those places where everything is a little bit hidden. Like you find your little spots and like secret little outlets and little restaurants, and they also have like really famous and really popular places too. So it's like a little bit of both, where it's like you have your city and then you have the city. So that's really fun. And Cynthia says, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I think that's a really hard question to answer because 10 years ago, when I was 10, I didn't know I would be here. So in 10 more years, like who knows what's gonna happen? I just kind of like wing it. I'm just going with the flow. And Isabel says, tell us more about your dog. Oh my gosh, my dog. I love him so much. He's a miniature Labradoodle. His name is Tate, and he's really, really funny. He has the biggest personality. He's such a little character. He has a little snaggle tooth, and he just kind of hangs out. And I taught him how to say I love you. That's right, he says it. He says I love you. I will make a Snapchat of it one day, I promise. Let's see, next one. UN says, what's your proudest moment? I think for me, what feels like my proudest moment is kind of just when I look over everything where I've come from in life and where I am, like just being here is kind of like my proudest moment, and even just doing what I'm doing. And I think being able to make a difference someday is a really huge deal to me, and I think that when I get to start doing something of my own, like maybe one day start my own charity, like that will be one of my proudest moments too. I just love the idea of being able to help people. So, yeah. Vera says, pizza or fast food? That's a really hard question. that's like, it's like asking someone on the spot, what's your favorite movie? If no one has any idea. I think, oh my God, pizza? It's kind of fast food at the same time, though. That's a hard question. I really love pizza. Oh, it's so good. I mean, you're always in the mood for pizza. You're just always. Okay, Sarah asks, favorite social media app? Well, that's tricky because you know what? Right now I'm at Facebook and Instagram. So you know, if I said Snapchat, then people will be mad at me. Okay? Actually, I love all of them. I really love Instagram and Snapchat. They're my favorites. I feel like I'm a really visual person, so I like to express my life and everything through images and videos, and I like to give people like a little snippet of who I really am and like the things I like to do, and I think that's a really great way to show people, oh, this is my life, this is what I do, and this is me having fun, yay. All right, and that's about it. So I'm off to do some more exploring of this amazing office, but before I go, I want to remind you to see me and my fellow angels in the new Body by Victoria Easy Collection campaign, and be sure to try the new styles. So thank you all so much for joining me and submitting your questions.